Oh, actually. There we go. That was an impressively annoying password to type in. Fair enough. Shipwreck, welcome, welcome. Alright, we're doing something a little different tonight. I am streaming a Oceanink Series match of Hikari versus Meraki tonight. And I figured I was going to do commentary for once in first time in a few weeks. So I'm a little rusty, so I decided to use my channel instead of the Oceanink Squids channel, which is what I usually use for commentary. So yes, you are getting a impromptu commentary stream. I'm not entirely sure how well this will go. I do also slightly have a sore throat on top of being rusty. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I do also have water and hot chocolate. So that should help, hopefully. Alright. I feel like I should have a bracket command or something when I do this. Anyway. Let's have a look. What is the bracket like right now for these guys? Alright. We're just waiting on a couple people. We had a couple in League apparently. So just waiting on them. Alright, so at the moment we've got, so this is a Oceanink Series Div 5 match. Oh, we're playing a 3v3. Apparently we're playing a 3v3. Alright. So Hikari are sitting on 2 wins, 1 loss, and Meraki are unfortunately currently on 0-2. So, should be interesting to see how this goes. And I gotta try and, I'm juggling like OBS, overlay program, and Discord. So please yell at me if I forget overlays at any point. It should be interesting. Alright, so tonight it looks like we have Sai, Feb, and Abby on the side of Hikari. And we have Gabriel, Dr. Mushroom, and Patty on the side of Meraki. And it looks like we're just waiting on weapons. Meraki have locked their weapons in almost immediately. So they're maybe a bit confident here, which would be good. Hikari are still just deciding. Maybe doing some strategizing. There we go. Alright. Let's go. This is the round 4 maps, so we're starting off with Black Belly. Black Belly TC in particular, which is always an interesting one to play. I would expect a Stingray. I don't see any Stingrays actually. We have a Bullpoint Novo and a NZAP on both teams here, and then a Pro versus Julie's, and the Julie's has already gone down. Looks like Sai might be in a little bit of trouble. No! The other team, I was expecting the other team to come over and try and get the splat there, but apparently not. Oh, nice work. Nice work there with the range and a bit of fall off. Oh, this could be... No, didn't quite get the splat there. That was a little unfortunate. I thought for sure that Sai was going to get that one there, but apparently not. Alright, let's see how we go. We've got Dr. M currently flanking around. Abby has seen them though. Is that NZAP versus NZAP? I think it might be. Oh, Doctor does go down. We've got the entirety of Hikari now coming around. Looks like Feb is pushing up over there. Oh no, Feb has gone down. So now we've got... Oh, that was... Yep, alright. Hey, nice work here by Patty. Gets the splat, gets the beacon, which is of course quite handy. You don't want to be leaving a beacon there for the other team to just walk in and take back the push. Alright, so we've got Tara's pushing once again. We have this rain coming out to paint the map a bit. Looks like Meraki are going to start a push here. Yep. We do, however, have Sai coming out here on the snipe here. Taking out the beacons, nice. Good choice. Now just sitting here, waiting for them to come around. We do have a pro versus, nice. Nice work there by Patty getting that pick. We now have Patty and Dr. M versus Feb, so unfortunately Feb goes down. We now have Abby. Abby goes down as well. This will be a push. And it should actually be enough to get them the lead as well. Alright, we now have Hikari coming back in. There's the lead. How are we doing? Feb is pushing up here, trying to get a bit more forward to be able to reach the tower. They have managed to... Actually, no, sorry, that's 2 down on the side of Hikari. Sai's the only one left. Dr. M is going for them, but I think... No, Sai did go down. Some good movement there, but not quite. Alright. That was pretty good. There was a bit of back and forth. We had some good work by the ball points there, just using the range nicely. But that first win does go to Meraki. Alright. Okay. I feel like I should remind you all that Meraki are currently 0-2 in the season, unfortunately. So, but they just got their first game off of Hikari. So I wasn't sure before how this was going to go, but now I'm hopeful that this might actually be pretty even and we might see a good match tonight. I haven't seen either of these teams, I think so far this season. I don't think I've recorded or commentated any of their matches yet. So I'm mostly working off what I remember of Hikari from last season. And Meraki is new this season from memory. So I haven't seen them. I've seen individual people from it before. I haven't seen the whole team yet. So this is a best of 9. So first to 5 wins. I'm always keen for a game 9, of course. Game 9s are great. You get so much hype and energy out of that. It's always entertaining when Riptide plays because we have a habit of going to game 9 no matter what. Like, we'll be up 4-0 and we'll end up going to game 9 because we just cursed like that, apparently. Anyway, all right, we are jumping into game 2 here, which is Rainmaker Camp Triggerfish. So this is not a favorite map of mine, I must say. And I have seen some stuff on, say, Twitter recently about the strategies for this. It's gonna be interesting to see what these teams do. All right, so we're back to 2 ball points and 2 ends up, same as before. We still have the pro on Patty, which worked well for Patty last time, so fair enough. But we do have Feb has switched to the sloshing here, which is gonna be interesting. Oh, unfortunately goes down to Gabriel up on this wall here. Very nice place. Nice pick on the other ball point there. Just using that wall and the height advantage to great use there. Alright, we got a push coming in. They've managed to clear it so far. We've got Sai coming in here with the ball point, but we've got a bit of teamwork there, 2v1. Couldn't get anything done. I think that's going to be a dunk. It is! That was quick. Look at that map. And where the Rainmaker ended up going isn't even painted because they went straight over all those grates. Probably had some run speed on them. I didn't check that one. Yeah, all right. That happened. Well done, well done. All right. Now to see how we go for this next game, which is going to be Zones Wahoo, which is again quite a map. Nico was not pulling any punches when he made this round's map, to be honest. Yep. let me just update this because I was quickly checking Discord and everything. I am juggling everything by myself tonight, which is always interesting. There we go. Overlays should be all updated now. Alright, so yeah, we have Waku zones here. It seems like both teams are pretty set on their ballpoint and NZAP combination. Paddy seems pretty set on that pro. I am wondering if Paddy might switch to a different kind of pro for this, since you've got the Forge with Bubbles and the Kensa Pro with Booyah. Of course, Booyah isn't actually the best thing for painting the zone, but it can be quite nice on this map, at least I find, for throwing it on the other side of the zone and zoning people out and forcing, say, the ballpoint to fall back and give your teammates a bit of a chance to get in and paint the zone. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a change there. I don't know if Feb... I don't know what Feb's going to play actually here. We've only seen two games so far, so can't really guess that one yet. But, oh well, we'll see. Alright, Splat Zones Wahoo. Ooh, okay, yes. Oh, we have a pro on both teams now, and we changed NZAPs. Alright, well, Meraki is now running my favorite NZAP, the NZAP 89. We've still got the ballpoint and the pro, but Hikari have changed to a Splat Charger, Forge Pro, and a Tri-Slosh and a Bow. Interesting choices there. Alright. I'm admittedly slightly biased. I have to go check the NZAP 89 first. Alright, that is the zone to Hikari right now. Oh, Dr. M going around here trying to get a pick onto the sniper, but not able to because Abby was just sitting there able to protect the sniper. Very nicely done there. I think this will be a slight problem on this map with the 3v3. But there are a couple of approaches to mid there. Nice work by Abby. Very nice double. Just completely cleans up the enemies that are trying to get in there. This zone is already down to 55 here. They're going to have to do something to get this back. Alright, let's see how Sai's doing here. Did get missiled, but nice awareness to see that and fall back. That is one thing I've noticed before. Sometimes snipers manage to miss the fact that they've been missiled or similar things. So, good to see there. Alright, having to fall back a bit here because we do have the NZAP coming in. And more missiles. That is one of the problems with this NZAP, is it builds missiles very quickly. Especially if you've got the right gear on it, you will just see constant missiles. And it can be quite annoying for a player like this, who is long range in his backline mostly, and really just wants to be standing on a nice little snipe spot. Alright, we do have bomb, I think that was Bomb Rush coming out there, which has turned the zone green, but they're not quite. Oh, there we go. Nicely done. Alright, we now have Gabriel, I think almost in a 2v1 here. It seems like two members of Hikari are gunning from, although we do have backup now. So let's see. I think, yep, here we go. There's the zone. Oh, and Abby with the flank once again. Very nicely done. Here we go. Can Abby get a double? No, has had to retreat there. I'm surprised that they're not jumping out. But nope, did manage to get out of that safely. Very nicely done. Alright, we do have the rain ready as well. Oh, missiles have just come out from Meraki. And I think this will throw money is theirs. Oh yes, the rain. We've got another rain coming out. That zone is going back and forth quite a bit at the moment, I think. We had the rain come through, both rains come through, and then we had the bubbles. But it has gone back to green, so we're back on trying to get rid of that penalty there for Hikari. However, Gabriel's doing some good work here with painting the zone up. Very nicely done. It is freeing up their teammates to go try to get some spots ahead of the zone here. I feel like we do have these markers out, but oh yeah. Paddy just maybe, it felt a little bit cautious perhaps. sort of not quite pushing up when they had the chance, and therefore unfortunately getting sniped. But anyway, they did manage to get quite a penalty, so even though Hikari currently have the lead, they've still got 30 points to get through before they can start chipping away at that 15 points there. And there's still over a minute left, so... Alright, we got Gabrielle and Dr. M coming in from this top here. Patty as well. Looks like... Oh no, Dr. M has decided to loop around here. Try and get something done from the other side. Again, no! Side with the snipe. Very nicely done. This zone is almost down now. Oh, there we go. Alright. That actually went back and forth quite a few times. They did get the knockout, but it also took them down. I think there was less than a minute left on the clock. So very nicely done to Hikari there, but also pretty nice takebacks by Meraki. I think they just weren't able to keep the zone when they did get it. So, alright. That was, okay. So now we've seen a little bit more weapon variety, which is interesting to see. That could be useful because we're next going into Clam Blitz Humpback Pump Truck. This is the first two maps we had, because we had TC Black Belly and RM Camp Triggerfish. Like, there were maps where you did want to take over a fair bit of the map, and you did have to move around and push up, etc., etc. Zones Wahoo was, of course, it's a zone map. You concentrate in the middle, you're a lot more locked in. Humpback, it's a Clam Blitz map, but the baskets are barely out of mid. So you still end up staying around mid a lot, just like you would in humpback zones. Unless someone's really fond of flanking, which always makes it interesting. I was recording a match last night, and they had a brush player. And of course the brush just kept flanking behind on this map, and got quite a bit done that way. Even if sometimes all they did was be a distraction, and not actually get any clams in. So it's always interesting to see if people are going to just sort of play it safe and hold mid and push that way, or are they actually going to try and flank around and get some sneaky pushes behind, especially from that left box. Alright, what do we got? We're back to ballpoint on both teams. Patty has switched to a brush there, so maybe we will see some flanks after all. And Feb is on the Kensa Julies, and Abby is still on that Tri-Slosh and a bow, which, considering that was working so well for Abby there, I'm not surprised. Alright, oh, that bomb! Don't you hate it when you walk around a corner and there's just a bomb there? Alright, let's see how we go. Abby has got 6 clams here. Hikari in general has 16. Here we go, here's some juggling. Looks like we're putting the clams onto Sai's side here. Which, yeah, makes sense. So we got a baller going in. We got Abby protecting the clam. Oh, unfortunately went down, I think, to the ball point there. But Abby there to come in behind and get the ball in, but unfortunately that was a wipe on Hikari, so they're not able to do anything else with that. Meanwhile, Meraki are making good use of the downtime on the other team to paint up mid, although Dr. M now has his ball but wasn't quite able to get around there and get that in. We do have the inkjet coming out on Patty at the moment, but goes down to Abby with the Tri-Slosher. And Dr. M as well. So we now got 2 down on both teams. It's just Feb and Gabriel. That will probably stop any kind of push for at least another, maybe 30 seconds? Alright, we got a ball on Gabriel here now. Got quite a few clams on Meraki. You can count that. Although Sai gets that splat there. Very nice splat onto the ball. Though we do have 2 balls. And there is a lot of clams out here right now. Alright, Dr. M has just dumped that ball off on the side. They're probably trying to keep from being marked by it, which is a pretty good strategy, especially since I think they were the last up on their team. Sai here with a ball, but sort of playing it safe, going back around to that snipe there. Patty coming in here, trying to get the flank, trades it out, but unfortunately isn't able to get any more done. And now we have Gabriel and Abby as the last up. Although Dr. M is now respawned, we got few more people coming in here. This might be troublesome. They're completely surrounded there. Oh, yep. Unfortunately, they had members of Hikari coming from every side. And now Paddy has this ball, but is the only one up, and they just can't do anything. The retreat was a good choice there, I think. Keeping themselves alive while their teammates came in. Let's see if they can get anything done here. Alright, Dr. M versus Sai over in the corner. Does get the splat. Very nicely done. Alright, we have Feb with the baller here, trying to chase him down. Oh, there we go. We got a ball coming in. While one of the teammates was off distracting them from the other side, we had someone just sneak a ball in around the side there. Very nicely done. Dr. M with a very nice splat. No! The basket went up just in time. Oh, I hate that. I feel so sorry for the team when that happens. You think you've got the chance to get more points, and then no. And all they needed was one more clam to get the lead there. But unfortunately, the basket said no. Alright, we have 3 balls on Hikari now, all coming in, all at once. We have a baller, we have a jump. They get 2 of those in, I think. And the third one was a miss. So that is a wipe on Hikari there. But still, they got the points down to 50, and they still have a fair bit of map control here. So, although Paddy and Gabriel are making quick work of that map there, and Dr. M with the... looks like they're trying to flank once again. We do have one down, unfortunately. Ooh, Fed there. Almost got hit by that inkshot shot, but managed to roll back out of the way just in time. Alright, Hikari is sort of setting our ball together here at the moment. Oops. Oh, Fed goes down, I think, to a bomb there. Alright. We're just sort of fighting for control a mid at the moment. It's sort of, it really is just going back and forth. We have the rains coming out again, yep. Alright, Abby versus Paddy over here. Abby sitting up on the snipe here is a good choice because it does give them a bit of height advantage. And of course being a bucket and having those bombs which they can throw basically anywhere in mid from this snipe. It is quite a nice position for them to be holding here. But as we've seen, Abby is also quite a good slayer. So they'll definitely want Abby to be pushing forward to try and get some splats if they want to get any more balls in. Oh, almost ran into that suction. Noticed it just in time. Alright, Paddy around here. Feb getting a nice little splat. They get that ball in, and that is game. Oof. Alright. I think a lot of the problems there were actually because of the 3v3, to be honest. Like, that... the middle just went back and forth a lot. But also... whenever one or two of the other people... when one of the other team was down, you still don't have... It felt like the numbers advantage wasn't there. Even when you had one or two people go down the other team, everyone had to sort of play it safe because you don't have as many people painting the map. You don't have as many people to have like 3 hold mid and 1 flank around the back. It looked kind of awkward. You know, like all the strategies that you're used to using because you usually play 4v4, I think they just weren't working because it was a 3v3. But, oh well. I guess that would be one thing about a map like that where you kind of do need to have turf control to get anything done. Like you can do a fast push on Humpback, but I find it generally works a lot better if you do have turf control in mid, unless you do the flank. And yeah, in a 3v3 turf control, it gets very interesting. So, but anyway, we're already going through to the next game. Everyone was very quick on their weapons here. We're going to TC Skipper. So we did see in the first game we had TC Blackbelly and Meraki did win that one. So we'll have to see. Maybe they'll be able to pull off this one. Oh, we have a Stingray, I believe, coming out on Hikari there. Alright, we have that Jet, wow, Dapples, alright. And Enzap. I don't see Dapples very often, especially not those ones. Alright, we have the Ballpoint Enzap and Pro on Meraki once again. They won the first game with this setup, so you never know, it might work for them again. Alright, we have an armor coming out on Meraki. Looks like they're going to try for an early push. We do have Abby sitting up the top here, who is playing, I think, the ends up at the moment. Gets one kill there. This is somewhere where I feel like the bucket would be quite nice because the push is uphill. So if you're defending and you have a weapon like a bucket, which is very nice on when it has height advantage, I feel like that would be quite advantageous. But I suppose ends up is also very nice for tower pushes, so you never know. Alright, we have a full-on firefight going on here. Dr. M hanging back a little bit there, trying to, I think, build special, keep pain up, etc. Does mean that they survive Abby, I think, falling down on top of them. Unfortunately, their teammates have not. So, Dr. M was the last one in mid there, but they have gone down, and now we have a push by Hikari. Meraki did get to 57 on their push before, but that isn't a massive lead on this map. Oh, Paddy, nice work there. Nice work there with the splat onto Feb. Abby is hiding around the corner, but Dr. M gets the splat. Nicely done. And forces Sai off the tower just in time, so Meraki keeps the lead. Alright. We've got these missiles coming out. We also have torpedoes. I'm surprised Gabriel chose to stay on the tower there, but oh well. I guess when you have the missiles coming out like that, sometimes you don't have much choice. Alright, we have Sai back on the tower here. This is a pretty nice weapon to be on the tower with. You have range. It's a pretty easy one to shoot from the tower despite the hole in the middle. Feb with a nice roll into a splat there. Missiles also helping out. Does go down there. Paddy and Gabriel doing some good work together. Sai here gets Paddy. Gabriel gets the trade. Alright. That is basically a way. Oh no, here we go. Here's Abby. Abby has already respawned and is coming back in. Just playing it safe. Oh no, we might get a flank. Alright, looks like Hikari is currently just focusing on getting a bit of turf down here. We do have that bomb coming out. Whoa, that is 2 down on Meraki right now. They do have the ball. No! Ball point goes down to Sai, I think. Bit of a battle of the ranges there, and the Jet does win. That is one thing here. Meraki do have range advantage at the moment. But unfortunately, looks like they're not quite able to use it to get the splats they need. We've got Fed getting back on the tower here. Abby did go down. So Gabriel has a fairly good chance. Forces Feb off the tower, very nicely done there. If you can't get the splat, if you can at least force someone back off the tower and fall back in a mid, then you're doing pretty well. But we do already have Hikari respawning. Sai and Feb, and now Abby are all back in mid. Gabriel's still getting set up over here. That got missiled, so that's going to force them out of position almost as soon as they got into position. And now Hikari once again have fairly good control of this lower mid area. Although we have someone sitting up here. Dr. M trying to get that splat up in the top corner. Unfortunately couldn't there. Abby takes that kill. Alright, we have the missiles coming out once again. There is so many missiles in this game. That would be quite frustrating. Alright, we have a poison as well. We have rain coming out. One down on both teams. We do have an armor on Hikari right now. They do have that available to use if they want to use it. But at the moment, Hikari don't need to do anything. They just need to hold Meraki off for the next 30 seconds and they'll be fine. We do have 2 specials coming out. Looks like they're trying to get some splats there just to ensure Fev and Dr. Mushroom do trade, so we don't have a 2v2. We've got a rain coming out. Oh, we have the missiles again. Gabriel has been getting slammed by these missiles the whole game. Alright, looks like Paddy is going to try to get on the tower here. That is... yeah. That first little corner is such a dangerous place to be. Oh, you can get shot at from so many different angles there, and the tower is just the right level for people to just shoot straight at it and get splats. So, it's It's not a very kind tower map, that's for sure. 13 splats there on someone from Hikari. Very nicely done. Alright. Well, that was game 5. So that means we now have the score at 3-2. 3-2, I should say. With Hikari in the lead. But still, that means we have to see at least 2 more games. So I'm still holding out hope for game 9. Just maybe. Maybe. Alright. I do not have any... Ooh, we have had a sub... Oh, here we go. So Lils has subbed in for Meraki here. So we have a bit of a roster change. I have to see how this goes here. Alright, so we will be going to Rainmaker New Albacore next. This is an interesting map. I think the weirdest part of this to me is that there's an uninkable ramp right before the Rainmaker target. Which seems like an odd choice, but then I guess also there's sort of similar things in some maps. I just find it makes it very hard to get that last little bit of the push in, unless you've got your entire team spawn camping, basically, and you've managed to sort of corral the other team into their spawn. Pushing through the earlier parts of the paths is not too bad. You do have the grates on this map, of course. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some run speed coming out so people can get over that a bit faster. But it's sort of an open map, but at the same time not. You have that massive, massive wide mid, which means if you're in there, people can come at you from almost any direction. It's also a narrow enough mid that the ranged weapons can sit safely back in their third of the map and cover mid without really putting themselves in too much danger. And we have seen the ballpoints and the splatter scope earlier, and even the pros and the jet squadra, so we know that both of these teams do have some range on them. But if you're a short range player, then at least I've always found it really hard to get into mid if the other team is in control. Because you've got to go either across a grate, which makes you a target for however long it takes you to get across there. Or you go around that right side out of spawn, and then you got to get around a corner, and there's usually someone watching that. Or you sort of have to do a jump across on the far left side, which theoretically is maybe the safest approach, but I don't know, that doesn't seem to work out very well. And of course jumping makes you super obvious to snipers, so there's also that. Oh, alright, here we go. So, Rainmaker New Albacore. We have the ballpoints coming out once again. We have the Kensa Sloshing on Feb again and the Enzap on Abby. Meanwhile, Meraki is opted to go with 2 Enzaps there. Alright, so we had an early pop in mid by Hikari here. Meraki is just sort of sitting back at the moment, getting set up. Lils is trying to battle Sai here with the... even though Sai has the range advantage, unfortunately doesn't get that one there. Despite having the rain in Lils' favor as well. Alright, we do now have mid in control of Meraki though. Abby is sitting around the side here, coming around slowly, trying to get something done. But it looks like Dr. M's just going to take this Rainmaker and push and gets that splat. Nice work there. I think that was a pre-fire just in case. May have known that someone was there. Nice work again. This might be a quick match. Oh no, there we go. Abby with the save. Alright, we do have Lil sitting back here. Looks like they're retreating just a little bit. Yep, Fed does still get the splat though. So that was a very nice push. Straight to 23. Jeez, alright. That is going to be a little annoying for your team to deal with here. Feb almost gets that splat on 2 people, but just doesn't quite. And then the splashdown on the grate. I was worried for a second though that that was going to send Feb through the grate because I couldn't remember how that worked. But Feb here doing such nice work. Takes the armor off whoever that is up there, but isn't able to get the splat. Oh, now has someone gunning for them. Those sprinklers are such an annoyance. Oh, nice work there. That took a couple of directs, but that is the lead. 11 points. Okay, this is just both of these teams just doing really nice pushes, but not quite able to get the. Oh, here we go. We got a splashdown coming in. Feb's gonna grab. That wall is already painted. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, everything I was saying before that match was apparently incorrect. Both of these teams just grabbing the Rainmaker, going straight across the grates, up the ramp. Didn't even matter. Did not even matter. That was really good pushes to see there. Alright, well. We did have Meraki win the first Rainmaker map in this game. So now we've had Hikari win the second one. So, alright. Sometimes you see some teams are really good at certain modes and not so good at other ones. But they'll win, like, you know, they play a best of 9 and their mode is in there, you know, 2 or 3 times and they'll win every one of those games. So I always wonder when I see someone win the first of a mode, like, alright, are they gonna keep winning, like, all of those? But, of course, when you do have maps that are this varied, makes it pretty hard. Alright, I think we're getting a sub? Am I reading this right? No. We're waiting on something. Not quite sure what, but something. I should probably open the div chat, shouldn't I? That would help. Okay, div chat is not helpful. It is entertaining, but it's not helpful. So... Ah, there we go. We got word from Gabriel. We're just waiting for a sub on Meraki there. Fair enough. So next match, Zones Reef. I feel, every time I see this, it feels like the OG Splatoon 2 map. Like, it's Zones, which I believe was the first mode in Splatoon 1. That was before I played. But it's also the Reef, which of course was basically the first new map in Splatoon 2. It was the one that I think everyone remembers from the test fire. Also that trailer from oh so long ago that had the very interesting version of the Reef with like the wooden bridge across the middle. That's an interesting looking trailer, if nobody's seen that. Yeah, this is always an interesting one. So you have the zones, well, zones now, plural, because they did actually split it up at one point, which I prefer because it has meant that the actual zones are further out from under the bridge that the original one zone was like mostly covered by, which made it rather annoying to paint. You could stand on top of the bridge and paint a fair bit of it, but like trying to cap it from just the bridge was fairly annoying. But with these new ones, with the new zones, I found that because there's only maybe a third, maybe a quarter of each one that's covered by the bridge itself, you can sit up on the bridge and paint them and cap them pretty well. Especially if you have bombs, or baller, or splashdown, or booyah also works quite well. Oh, our lobby has died. Alright. Yeah, it's just so much nicer to paint the zones from a fairly safe position now. Unless, of course, they have a sniper, or a heavy, or in this case, a ballpoint. In which case, if you stand up on the bridge and make yourself really obvious, and they're hiding, there's sort of a just out of spawn, well, no, not just out of spawn, straight out of spawn, just before you go around to the tree area to get to the zone. You've got that little ramp and wall corner that everyone likes to stand on. If you're up on bridge and there's a long range player sitting down there, good luck staying alive, basically. Like, they will constantly be watching that and just picking people off. And of course we do have long range in this lobby, so I would not be surprised if we see a fair few people go down from up there. Alright, we have a new room. Here we go. Probably conjoined versus fire. Alright. Of course, the other thing with this is you have those two long closed lanes out of spawn going along each edge of the map. And I find when I'm actually paying attention to matches, which is usually when I'm commentating, people use the right hand one, like the right hand closed, fairly often. But a lot of people just don't use the left hand closed, which it's fairly nice for just sneaking down into a couple of parts of the map. But I think because it also, people don't seem to use it, other people don't tend to watch it as much. So I've always found that it's really easy to get well, no, I shouldn't say really easy. It is relatively easier to get into mid and get something done if you sneak around that far left, hopefully while some of your teammates are being a distraction over near spawn or right, and sort of sneak into mid, maybe throw a bomb on the zone, get a pick, and then your teammates can roll in and join you there. It does seem to be more productive, at least for me, than say just going straight forward out of spawn and trying to drop down into that little court area with all the ramps and things, where if the other team has the zone, basically they're going to be pushed up. Someone's going to be there or someone's going to be watching it, like one or the other. So if you wanted to go in and get like splats, then I find that's usually a pretty good place to go. But if you want to sneak in and maybe cap a zone or two before the other team has realized what you're doing, I tend to find that the other approach works a little bit better. Anyway, we are going into the game now, so I guess we'll have to see what these teams do. Alright, splat zones, the reef. Game is currently 4-2 in Hikari's favor. Ooh, we're getting a long tour. Okay, we good. It was a long tour, but it wasn't a repeat, so we're good. Alright, what do we got? So we now have Meraki on Custom Jet Squelcher, Kensa Julies, and Tri-Slosh, just the vanilla this time, versus Kensa Splatter Scope, sorry. Kensa Pro, which has just gone down, and the ends out there. Laser with a nice little flank there, round 2 against Sai on the sniper. Abby under the bridge there in a 2v1, unfortunately goes down. So that is the zone in Meraki's favor right now. We've got Feb coming in here, just sort of painting up a bit, I think. Maybe trying to build some special before going in too far. Sai getting stingrayed here by Dr. M. Manages to survive, very nice. We've got these zones going orange very quickly. Nice split there by Feb and Sai and Abby. Kind of coming in on both sides of the zone at once, just to make sure they can paint everything as efficiently as possible. So very nicely done there. Alright. Now we have Meraki starting to come back in again. Lils with a nice pick there with the Tri-Slosher. We have Abby in mid here, but sort of in trouble. Might be, yep, there we go. There's the jump out. And the zones have flipped back. And it was 1 point difference before Hikari got the lead. Oh, geez. That was just in time by Meraki there. Alright, we now have Abby coming around to this right-hand side here. Dr. M with the Stingray trying to get the splat that way. Possibly not able to. Oh, that bomb. Alright, we got a baller chase going on here. Oh, that Feb somehow survives that baller. Very nicely done there. We got Feb versus Laser. Laser gets the splat. Laser getting a lot of work done here. Very nicely done. Abby though gets the splat. The zones are still orange, but Meraki did manage to get the counter down to 48 just before. Alright, Dr. M here, sort of getting some pain up. Hearing distinct, yep, here we go. Oh no! Oh, gets rushed by the crow there. Very nicely done by Feb. No fear against the Stingray, just goes straight for the splat. Alright, Feb here pushing up. Oh, there we go, there's the lead. Just. Alright, Hikari now slowly counting down on this score here. Meraki are going to need to get that zone pretty quickly. They have about 20 seconds before the end of the match. Because remember, those points are not seconds. What? Almost. Lils is coming in, trying to get some work done here. Gonna run into Abby. At least has managed to paint this. No! But Abby, Lils went down there, and so the zone went back, and with only that, like, single-digit points to go, no. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get that one there. Well, that was another game for Hikari. So, now, yeah. I think we had about double the splats on Hikari there. So, of course, that would definitely do it. Especially in a 3v3. If you don't have that extra person up to help take care of things when your team goes down. Yeah, unfortunately doesn't work too well. Anyway, that was Hikari versus Meraki. Quite nice actually. We did have some good games from Meraki in the beginning there. Unfortunately just weren't able to keep it going. So, oh well. Alright, I have to stop there. I actually have to go practice for my own match tonight. If anyone wants to see the match Riptide versus Venomous Squids is on tonight. Grace is probably going to be streaming. Hero might be streaming. I'm not sure. I won't be. Don't deal so well with doing Capney things and streaming and playing tournaments at the same time. But yeah, if you want to catch that, they'll be streaming it. We have a couple of other matches being recorded or streamed tonight. What do we have? There's one on fairly soon. Goy is covering Lime Soda versus Morning Sun at 8, but I'm not sure if that might just be a recording. And Shades is doing Riot versus Radiance at 8 as well. I'm also not sure if that's a stream or a recording. But yeah, if you're looking for matches tonight, we've got several at 8 PM. There'll be plenty of streams, I'm sure, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful night. See ya!